Scott Walker was born on November 2nd, 1967. He quickly became fascinated in politics in his early teens. After attending college, he wasn't attending for very long as he quickly dropped out. By the time he was 25, he was a part of Wisconsin State Assembly and quickly moved up in the ranks, becoming Milwaukee County Executive and then State Governor. May 2nd, 2017, Scott Walker visits two schools, Sun Prairie High and Lemonweir Elementary, for a budget discussion. April 28th, 2017, Governor Scott Walker appoints Ryan Ring to UW System Board of Regents.
Recently, the company Grassland Dairy Products announced that they would no longer buy milk from Wisconsin farmers after the deadline of May 1st. This left farmers desperately searching for a new place to sell their milk. The timing couldn't be worse for them, as cows are producing the most milk at this time of year. Milk production has also gone up in other states like South Dakota and Michigan, so the demand for milk from Wisconsin farmers has gone down.
In this year's draft, the Wisconsin Badgers had 7 players either drafted, tried out, or signed for NFL teams, making their current total 35 total Badgers in the NFL, with Vince Beagle, Wisconsin native, going to the Green Bay Packers. And for baseball, Eric Thames is having a breakout season with 11 home runs, a .326 batting average, and 20 RBIs, runs batted in. Wisconsin's economy is driven by agriculture, manufacturing, and healthcare. Wisconsin is the 27th best state for business, 6th in the state for quality of life, 30th in growth prospects, 16th in economic climate, 23rd in regulatory environment, 37th in labor supply, 37th in business costs. The median household income is $53,357. Job growth in 2016 increased by 1.4%. College attainment is 28.4%. Cost of doing business is 3.9% above the national average. Wisconsin's GDP was $273.67 billion USD in 2015. This figure puts them 20th in the U.S. for the highest GDP. Gerrymandering has been a large issue in Wisconsin's elections for a long time. Now the government is taking action, looking to prosecute officials accused of gerrymandering. A 2013 study by Princeton Professor Samuel S. H. Wang states that gerrymandering could have cost Democrats up to 22 seats in the House, which was nearly enough to flip the House's majority party. This is in part by geography. It is shown that cities often tend to have more Democrats, while rural areas usually possess more Republican-oriented voters.
The judicial branch's main purpose is to interpret the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Supreme Court of Wisconsin and all lower courts in Wisconsin adhere to the Constitution's painful vague statement and when deciding which party to rule in favor of. The main purpose of the executive branch is to enforce the laws listed in the U.S. Constitution along with laws Wisconsin has made that are only active within its borders. The legislative branch consists of the Senate and the House of Representatives and is there to make new laws and to pass laws that have been determined as constitutional.
Some upcoming events in Wisconsin. On May 20th, 2017, in Algoma, there is a car show. On May 13th, 2017, in Janesville, there's a Family Fest. On May 13th, 2017, in Madison College, Pride in Your Ride car show, graduation day on the lake. The Swiss cheese capital is not Switzerland, but in Wisconsin. The oldest city in Wisconsin is not Milwaukee or Madison, it's Green Bay. Devil's Lake was established in 1911. It became one of Wisconsin's oldest and most famous state parks. Wisconsin's snowmobile trails total up to 15,210 miles of signed and groomed snow highways. Frank Lloyd Wright was born in Richland Center on June 7, 1867.
Wisconsin.
Here are some records of Wisconsin. The hottest temperature was in the Wisconsin Dells. The weather was 114 degrees during July 3rd, 1936. The weather got as low as negative 55 degrees in Colder, Wisconsin, February 2nd and 4th, 1996. The second biggest piece of hail was found in Wisconsin Rapids, July 7th, in 2007.
1996. The second piece of hail was found in Wisconsin Rapids, July 7th, in 2007. Speed it up. All right.
Until about 1761, when the French Indian War, until
just left it at
the
that.
Indian War, when Britain owned Wisconsin until the American Revolutionary War in 1783, when America had won against Britain.
Wisconsin, the 30th state, has produced a lot of famous historical figures like magician Harry Houdini, architect Frank Lloyd Wright, and U.S. Army General Douglas MacArthur. Wisconsin is called the Badger State because the first people here dug into the ground in hills for shelter instead of wasting materials and time to build shelter. Camp Randall was a former Union Army training camp for the Civil War. Wisconsin's motto is forward. If you look at the Wisconsin Badgers uniform, they have arrows representing forever forward. That's also the reason we take the forward exam.
They have arrows representing forever forward. That's also the reason we take the forward exam.
Nelson Dewey was Wisconsin's first governor. Dewey was born on December 19, 1813 in Lebanon, Connecticut. Nelson Dewey moved to Casper, Wisconsin, and became a citizen of the territory in 1866. He served from 1848 to 1852.
1848 to 1852.
Ryan was an American Republican politician and the current 54th Speaker of the House. He was born in Janesville, Wisconsin, and grew up to study economics and political science at Miami University, Ohio. He was elected to the government in 1998 and won the first district seat of Mark Newman. He was elected 8 times since then. He was vice president during Mitt Romney. In 2012, he lost the election.
Ranks becoming Milwaukee County executive and then state governor. Same.